Hey guys, Coach Ryan of AchievePTC. We're going to be talking with Rinn of the cross team Vive La Tarte about his very successful 2018-2019 cross season. We're also going to go over some workouts to show just a quick example of how we track fitness and monitor fitness gains as we race and lead into the racing system. So I hope you enjoy. I was able to meet him the other day over at the Rafa Cycle Club in SF. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, we're here with Achieve athlete Rinn. Rinn is just wrapping up his 2018-2019 Cyclocross season. Had a good amount of success, hit a lot of the goals we had set out earlier in the year. Today we're just meeting up, as I do with most of my athletes at the end of their season, kind of take a look back at what their goals were, how the season went, how those goals ended up panning out, and just look for opportunities to tweak and better hone our approach to their sport. Additionally, we set goals for the next season and provide objectives and ways to really track that. As far as the goal setting goes, I usually have my athletes list 3 to 5 fitness-based goals that are going to be trackable, 3 to 5 results-based goals, and then 3 to 5 skill set, mastery, or mindset goals. And I think having that diverse approach really helps. As we all know, like cycling, every day isn't your best day, and so you got to have different avenues that you can feel like you're being set up to succeed. So yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about how your season went?
Yeah, it's my best season yet. Raced a very full schedule of cross races locally, traveled to a few UCI races, and made my 5th trip to nationals. Won my first USAC geared race, which I was pretty happy about. Definitely still some room for improvement, but I got back my district single speed title that I've held on and off for the last 8 years. So yeah, overall success. One of my big goals this year was having fun. I had a lot more fun with cross this year, even being at the higher level and, as they say, getting your teeth kicked in a little bit. We still had a lot of fun and I still learned a lot. So yeah, look back on it, pretty proud, pretty happy.
Yeah, it's great. It's great when the body of work of 9 months or a year worth of training pays off.
Definitely.
Super encouraging. Okay, we're back. Thanks again to Ryan. Really fun meeting up. Thank you to Rafa for hosting us. The audio got a little weird, got a little louder in the cafe while we were there, and I just really wanted to make sure we were able to go over some of the workouts and some of the data analysis. So without any further ado, let's take a look at these workouts. All right, so we're back here. I have the 2 workout examples I was talking about earlier. These are 2 identical workouts that I gave Ryan. One was on August 13th. The second one was done a couple weeks later, September 2nd. And this is just a really great and straightforward example of the types of workouts I use to track fitness. Now, late August, early September is really at the very beginning of the official cross season out here in Northern California. So it's a really good time to see where your athlete's at. He's finished his preparatory phases, he's maybe done a couple of tune-up races, and now we're getting ready for the more A-level events. This workout is super challenging. It's a cyclocross racer specific workout, but I actually usually have it done on a road bike or even on a stationary trainer, just so we can have steady efforts and really be able to dive into the data. So what the workout consists of is really 5 efforts over the course of around an hour. You start with a 1-minute acceleration to sort of simulate the sprint and trying to go for the whole shot in a cross race, and then we settle into an hour-long block of 4 15-minute efforts with the power increasing every 15 minutes by 5%. So that first 15-minute effort is going to be around 90% of threshold, the second 95% of threshold, the third right at threshold, and ideally that 4th one he can rise above it and hit 105% of threshold if everything's firing correctly. So let's go through it. If we look at that first 15-minute effort, we can see his average power is at 302 watts, average heart rate around 130 BPM, and that's a little low, but again, it's sort of sweet spot effort, not quite threshold. It's the first one, so it's going to take a little while for his heart rate to sort of catch up to what's going on. If we look at the second effort, we're at 318 watts with an average heart rate of 168. If we go to the third effort, we're looking at an average power of 335, average heart rate of 173. So we can see he's really getting close to hitting the power numbers. He's within 3 to 5% of target, and we can see that heart rate steadily increasing as well. And then finally, with the fourth effort, we're sitting at 348 watts with an average heart rate of 176. So really a very productive workout, very, very close to on target. Looks like he was working hard, but again, a very, very successful effort. So if we pit this against the second effort we did, or workout, on September 2nd, we can go ahead and compare. And again, this is a really, really straightforward one. I wanted to make sure it's pretty simple just so you guys can see what's going on easily and clearly. So again, same workout, same structure. And if we go through these 4 efforts, we can see that his first one, 303 watts, so nearly identical power. Average heart rate 126, so again, a little low for that first effort. The second one, we're looking at 319 watts, so again, like only 1 or 2 watts off on each of these efforts. Heart rate is at 160 BPM, so actually 8 BPM lower than the second effort of the first workout. Scrolling to the third segment, we're looking at 335 watts, so exact same power, average heart rate 167, so about 6 BPM less, right? And if we go to the fourth one, we're sitting at 346 watts, so again, within 2 watts of the last effort, but his average heart rate's 173. So again, you're not gonna get a ton of fitness increases or really any change within a couple weeks. That's going to be huge, but what I'm seeing here as we were leading into his cross race season this fall is he was able to pedal, at a prescribed wattage with a lower heart rate across the board, and that is one of the main things we're looking for. We're looking for, is his power increasing? Is his heart rate decreasing? Right? Are these efforts more repeatable and more consistent? And with any sort of quantification of a fitness increase or a fitness change, there's a number of metrics we're looking at, and if I can see improvement along 2, 3, 4 of those metrics out of the dozen or so we're using, I'm confident that we've had a change, whether that's for the positive or the negative. In this case, it's a positive, and this was the lead into a very, very successful cross season. So yeah, I hope that's interesting. I hope that can kind of give you a little bit of insight about some of the data we're looking at here and how we're prescribing workouts. Yeah, thank you.